Well, good evening, Sigma Race fans. We come at you live here tonight for the Sigma ARCA Alpha division here at Baskerville, the Aussie Grand Prix here in Australia. This is a very unique 1.25 mile little circuit here in Australia. Only 21 cars could make the field, and we based it off of metrics, those that were locked in via the top 21 in our series of the ARCA series this year. Starting on the front row, you're going to have Timothy Buchanan alongside the number 45 of Terry Bull. Behind that, you have the 02 of Timothy Ruiz and last week's winner, Dale Bush, on a foreign racetrack, also a foreign racetrack here tonight. Goes from Britain, hops over here to Australia. We'll see if he can go back-to-back. Followed by Barry Earwall and Alex Pollard. Then it is Alex Prime and Lenora Hathaway. Then you have Wyatt Vega and Daniel Voiles, followed by Elijah Lemon and Marcus Shields Kelly. Derek Hipcam alongside Astro Atlas, Josh Milton and Kyle Chestnut, followed by Junior McLaughlin and Tyler McCarroll. Jimmy West and Michael Bird with Montana Holyfield rounding out the field here. Today's 101 lap unique race here tonight. Doubleheader here tonight, trying to get caught back up. Tomorrow night we will have Bridge to Cup action. That is news to those that are tuning in and watching right now. I'm going to try to get ahead and finish up as much of the broadcasting as I can before the big life changes that are right around the corner. But here we go tonight from Baskerville, the Sigma ARCA Alpha Division road course circuit here tonight. These cars going to put on a show. 21 car field ready to roar in Australia. Hopefully we don't have too many wrecks here tonight. So far with the early lead, it's going to be the 96 there of Timothy Buchanan. Terry Bolin racing up the hill and back down the hill. What a racetrack to hit here tonight. It's short, it's quick, it's sweet. Right to the point. As they come back down the front half the racetrack again here tonight. Terry Bull, your new race leader, right out of the gate, steals the lead away from Buchanan. Lap time a 55.494. Now Dale Bush looking to get up to second here. Whoa, and Dale Bush goes through the grass here, sliding. That gives Buchanan sole possession of second once again as Dale Bush went through the grass. Timothy Ruiz running in the top 5 as well as Alex Pollard in the top 5. I apologize, I don't think you are in this race here today. The field is significantly shrunk to fit the 21 car field here. And so it was kind of a select group of people in the field. But coming up in a couple weeks, once we get back from our short track segment of the season, we go back to the New York street circuit. We'll try to have you in the field then. Moses Lake Motorplex, the home of Sigma Racing, will try to put you in the car at that track as well. It's just been a weird, I mean, I've had so many people join here at the end of the year, and it's just hard to get the cars made in time since so much of the season has been done and over with at this point, and so many people joined last minute at the end of the year here. So try to figure out where to go so we can set people up for next year at this point. But this here tonight at Baskerville is race 19 of 26 of the ARCA campaign. We do have an exhibition race at the end of the year at Mars Super Speedway with the Alpha Delta division combined. Kind of an all-star race with our ARCA drivers, but it'll still be for points. So that one race could be the ultimate decider for the championship point standings. Might be interesting. Only the 20 best from the Alpha and 20 best from the Delta division are guaranteed into that. Yeah, you're not in the race. I had to make some moves and try to give folks that are in the points conversation a shot to fight for some points here tonight. That's why you got some of your standard ARCA fare here tonight. Tail end of the field in 21st, you have Junior McLaughlin. Right ahead of him, you have Montana Holyfield. The 08 of Jimmy West is fighting with the 26 here of Derek Hipcam. And then you have Michael Bird with Josh Milton. Elijah Lemon with his teammate Tyler McCarroll. Kyle Chestnut up into the top 15 there, followed by Alex Prime ahead of him. Wyatt Vega in 11. Astor Atlas with the top 10. Marcus Shields Kelly running in 9th. Barry Earwall in 8th. Daniel Voiles in 7th. Eleonora Hathaway 6th. Alex Pollard 5th. 4th place belongs to Timothy Ruiz. 3rd place Dale Bush. 2nd place Timothy Buchanan. And it's Terry Bull up front, kind of cruising away with it at the moment. Well, so far, no big drama here. The 45 has a pretty good lead over the 96. If we look, it's a 1.73 second advantage for Terry Bull over Timothy Buchanan. These two running pretty close to the same lap times. Your top three separated by about 4 seconds. Fifth on back, 5 seconds and plus. So drivers, I think, just getting a feel for things right now, trying to figure out what they've got for tonight. You look at the pit crew notes here today, 81 laps the distance on a fuel run. So there's going to be one pit stop throughout the night, and they'll have to make the most of it, trying to figure out when and where to make that one scheduled stop here tonight. Alrighty, well, have not missed a whole lot. There was a caution a little bit earlier here, so let us take a moment here to rewind just a little bit. Looks like maybe involved in a wreck here, the 86 of Lenora Hathaway. She was up in 8th place when the incident happens, and it gets into the 88 of Chestnut. They go into the grass, through the dirt, and brought out the first caution here at lap 34. Lenora Hathaway spent a while on pit road getting damages repaired, and she's back out there in 21st, multiple laps down. But Terry Bull's still your race leader, followed by Dale Bush. Alex Pollard now up to 3rd. Daniel Voiles in 4th, with Marcus Shields Kelly running in 5th. Behind that, you have Tyler McCarroll, Astro Atlas, and the 92 of Wyatt Vega. 24 of Montana Holyfield from nearly dead last here today, all the way charging through the field into 9th. Michael Bird in 10th. Josh Milton in 11th. Jimmy West in 12th. Junior McLaughlin 13th. Alex Prime 14th, Derek Hipcam 15th, Timothy Ruiz 16th, Elijah Lemon in 17th, Barry Yerwall in 18th, Timothy Buchanan in 19th, Kyle Chestnut 20th, and Lenora Hathaway 21st. Laps led here, all 38 laps led so far by Terry Bull, but Dale Bush trying to reel him in. Could be a battle between these two before the end of the race here. Utter dominance so far here tonight by Terry Bull, the 45 Chevrolet SS. And you got a couple other big names in the mix here still who could be a threat. Dale Bush, winner of the last race at Brands Hatch. Also a winner earlier this year at Pikes Peak International. And so this ARCA championship might be getting interesting here, as there's so many names, so many drivers, but only one can take home the honors of ARCA champion at the end of the year. As it sits after the first 17 races, Adam Jefferson, your points leader, followed by Paul Tabarini, Chihiro Fujisaki, Marcus Shields Kelly in the top 5, as well as Jamie McMurphy. You also have John Underkoffler, a race winner earlier in the season, Matthias Pinto, Sarah Robert, Carlos Eduardo, and Joseph Hayes. That's your top 10 in the Sigma ARCA Championship bid with Baskerville here tonight. The Brands Hatch race did not get scored up quite yet, and Dale Bush was the winner of that one. He sits at the moment deeper in the points than I thought. .65th in the points, and he has what would be 2 wins at the moment. And he's only run 5 races, but he's going to be able to catch up since he's doing the double duty at the end of the year here. So he's at 5 races right now, and for him it would be a matter of getting those extra races under the belt, really help build that points bubble, get him back up there in the mix with those that have run a full season. Still 55 laps left to go. It's stretching on a little bit longer than I anticipated here with our Sigma ARCA drivers tonight. Even though they're running 52-second laps, it's stretching a lot longer than I thought it would. So this is a long one. Next week we have the Chili Bowl. Chili Cheese 150. These ARCA cars will be running on the dirt for the first time here in 2026. We've had ARCA cars on dirt before, but this will be the only dirt race we have here this season. Then you'll also have Kawartha, which will be the Canadian Clash in Canada, followed by the New York Street Circuit. That one should be interesting. Moses Lake Motorplex, Dover, Phoenix, Nazareth, and Mars Super Speedway. ARCA Championship definitely winding to a close after tonight. Only 7 races left for the championship. Well, we're past halfway here tonight, and Terry Bull has led every lap in the books here tonight. 52 laps total and counting. Dale Busch in second, though, trying to reel him in. Closing that gap on Terry Bull. Look at, they are closing in on each other. 06 winner last race out. Could he go for two? Terry Bull's led some laps in his prior starts this season, but has not been able to convert over to a race win. The lap times as they come across the start-finish line here, Dale Busch and Terry Bull. 52.822 by Terry and a 52.574 by Dale Busch. He is hauling the mail right now, trying to catch the 45. Alex Pollard in third, Daniel Voiles in fourth, and the 72 running in your top five, 74 I mean, of Marcus Shields Kelly. 72's running in third. Well, I stepped away for a minute there, and it seems like Terry Bull must have had to make a pit stop here. Yes, he did. From the lead, he pits on lap 62. More than likely, our leaders are still going to have to pit following him there. So, at the moment, Dale Busch leads over Alex Pollard. But for how long will they be able to stay out? Are they going to have to pit here shortly? And what will it look like once they shake out under green flag pit stops here? 37 laps remaining here at Baskerville, racetrack here in Australia. 72 dipping low. Is he going to try to make a move, or is he going to pull down pit road? Nope, stays on the racetrack. So 36 laps left to go, and Dale Busch getting the lead. Some bonus laps here in between green flag stops. He's defending against the 72 of Alex Pollard and the 81 of Daniel Voiles, who are all right there within the same bubble of each other. Tyler McCarroll, a distant fourth, back 4 seconds from the lead, and Montana Holyfield running in fifth. That is your top 5. Well, we're under caution for the second time here tonight, as I've been stepping away to go clean the cat litter boxes. And so let's see what brought out our second caution of the evening here at Baskerville. Pace cars out there cruising. Lights will come on there. Might be that 88 car there. Wow, maybe it's a debris caution. Sure enough, it is a bogus debris caution that brings out our second caution of the evening. The rest of the field decides to pit, and those that had already pitted stay out. So Terry Bull will recycle back to the race lead, followed by Marcus Shields Kelly, Wyatt Vega, Josh Milton, and Timothy Ruiz. Sixth place is Barry Yerwall, Timothy Buchanan, Alex Pollard, Daniel Voiles, and Tyler McCarroll, your top 10, followed by Montana Holyfield, Michael Bird, and the like following back in line there. Whoa, and they're going all over the racetrack. Tough break for Dale Bush all the way to the tail end of the field here. And Terry Bull under attack by the 74 of Marcus Shields Kelly for the race lead. 32 laps left to go. Mad props to Wyatt Vega for running in the top 4, top 5 here. Good run for him tonight. Well, we are officially down to 25 laps left to go here at Baskerville. Up front, leading this thing, Terry Bull back to where he once was earlier tonight, leading all those laps. He's added 67 laps led here tonight. Dale Bush has only led 7, and he's all the way back in 18th. Has his work cut out for him to get back through the field. One caution for wreck earlier in the night, and the second caution was a debris caution that they threw during green flag cycles here tonight. Terry Bull had pitted already, come back out with the race lead while everyone else had to pit. He stayed out. And so he's going to be up front here defending against Marcus Shields Kelly in the 74, followed by Josh Milton and Wyatt Vega. Then Barry Yerwall with the top 5 run as well. They lose lap times pretty rapidly here. Once one lap gets in the books, the next lap gets a little slower, Just kind of a gradual process of laps ticking away here. Car getting slower. And with that, obviously, each driver on the track trying to fight each other to gain as many spots, as many points, all the way down to the wire here tonight. Terry Bull with a 52.229. Compare that to Marcus Shields Kelly, who had a faster lap at a 51.972 last lap. So Terry Bull might be leading, but the second place car just a little bit faster. So tomorrow night with our Bridge to Cup Series, we're going to be hitting Ricky Raceway. Race number 22 of 24 in the regular season, the Maple Grove 252. That one should be wild tomorrow night, so might want to tune in for that one. Our championship battle could not be any tighter for the Bridge to Cup. What'll be the full Cinda Cup championship battle, that is. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty just in every series right now. Cup, we've got about another half a season to go, so Cup's a little bit more involved. But for the most part, ARCA's coming to a close, Trucks is coming to a close, Bridge to Cup's coming to a close. We're putting on all we can to try and bring it home here in 2026. Building on what we will have in 2027 next year. Kind of the shrinking of Sigma Racing, bringing it down to a little bit more appetizing, bite-sized chunks. As my life is changing drastically in the next month here. That means I'm going to have to figure out the streaming situation with also juggling the new life that's going to be coming for me. So it has been a dominant performance here from Terry Bull. At one point it looked like Dale Bush may have had the car to fight for the win, but has since been shuffled way back. Dale Bush has not been able to make any passes at the back of the field. He's running an 18th, mired deep. And for Terry Bull, all he had to do was play the strategy game to get back up front. 19 laps remaining for Terry Bull, looking to win his first ever career win in Sigma racing action. He is holding the lead from a very hard charging Marcus Shields Kelly. And it might go down to the very last lap here tonight. we're still 13 laps from the finish here. Tyler McCarroll, fastest lap in the race. And what we've learned here today is pretty much track position is key. We've seen the resets on cautions here today, and if you have a spot, that's about where you're at. Tough break for those that have been shuffled back because they cannot make any moves around this racetrack. Passing is at such a premium. Even Dale Busch has fallen back to 18th again. Alex Prime in 17th, and you have Elijah Lemon, Lenora Hathaway, Astro Atlas, Junior McLaughlin, Jimmy West in Montana Holyfield with 11th place Alex Pollard, 10th place Michael Bird, 9th place Tyler McCarroll, 8th place Daniel Voiles, and Timothy Ruiz running in 7th at the moment. Ahead of them you have Timothy Buchanan, Barry Earwall with the top 5, Wyatt Vega with a 4th, Josh Milton with a 3rd, Marcus Shields Kelly is running 2nd to your race leader, Terry Bull. Shields Kelly, though, trying to reel in the 45 for the race lead, so could get interesting here before it's over. But 11 laps left to go now here in Baskerville. The international swing of the Sigma ARCA series, as we just went to Brands Hatch last week. Now we're here in Australia, so from Britain to Australia, and we will hit US of A before heading over to Canada for the next race after that. So our international swing is kind of in full swing here. Britain, Australia, US of A, and Canada. And then, of course, the rest of the season pretty much wraps up in America, US of A. Other than we'll go to Mars Super Speedway for that exhibition race, the inaugural Sigma Star 200, where it's going to be kind of an all-star event with these Sigma ARCA drivers to really crown a bonus winner at the end of the year. Terry Bull still has a big lead here, but it's shrinking. And as it looks like the 74 and maybe even the 11 could be getting into the picture here right at the end of the race, right at the end of the run. Nine laps to go this time by. Count the laps on 2 hands now at the end of the night here. Whoa, Terry Bull gets loose from the lead. And right there, your lead change may happen. The 74, Marcus Shields Kelly, goes around the outside of the 45. Forced mistake on the 45. Terry Bull loses the lead. And Marcus Shields Kelly takes the top spot. What a wild turn of events there. Got really crazy. Could have been way worse, but we knew that 74 was a little bit quicker. He had to force that mistake to be made to make the lead swap happen. And lead swap he did, as 74 now has the lead for the first time here tonight with 8 laps left to go. What could happen here? Let's see if that same mistake gets thrown in his wake here. 45 has been the dominant car here today, but that 74 kind of snuck by him. Looks like he's got some front nose damage. Wonder if there was contact on that lap with the 74, and that's why they got loose. Oh, sure enough. So you got to imagine Terry Bull will not be happy with that move there. getting run right through. Aw, man, we've got a late race caution as well. Wow, what a wild, wild turn of events here at the end of this race. And it looks like it may be a caution for the 03 of Barry Yearwall. Ooh, and there might be the reason right there. Stalls it on track, gets the tow truck, and we're under caution for the third time tonight. Tough break for Barry Yearwall. So Marcus Shields Kelly took the lead on a bump and run. Not always the way you want to win a race, and even worse is the way that it went down there. Terry Bull, he might remember. He ain't gonna forget. He ain't gonna let that one slide. How hard is he gonna race the 74 on this late race restart? And who might be in the mix to steal a win here at the end of the night? Who's going to stay out and who's going to decide to pit here with 7 laps to go? It looks like majority of your field is decidingly pitting here. Staying out, though, is the 81 of Daniel Voiles, the 85 of Tyler McCarroll, the 89 of Michael Bird, 72 of Alex Pollard. This is a risky gamble to stay out, but it looks like the lack thereof, people pitting, may be the game changer as well. So many drivers decide to stay out here, about your top, well, the bottom 15, as they're going to shuffle to the lead 15 here. Should be an interesting restart here. Lights are off on the pace car. Timothy Buchanan gets off last. Well, this is the opportunity to close it out here tonight. More than likely going to be the end of the race here. One last restart to get it all done. Daniel Voiles, Tyler McCarroll, Michael Bird, Alex Pollard, and Kyle Chestnut, your top 5. With 5 laps to go here tonight. Pace car is going to pull off here. Hand the field on over into the hands of Daniel Voiles for the final restart of the evening. Green flag waves, we're back and rolling here tonight. Great start here for Alex Pollard as he goes on the attack on the inside. Gets a little bit loose in the grass zone. He's going to give up his spot to the 88. 3 wide for position there. 72 car is going a little bit out of control, but for the race lead battle, that's going to put Tyler McCarroll on the attack with the 81 of Voiles trying to defend. Tyler McCarroll with the fastest lap in the race here tonight. Could he get by and steal the win at the end of the night? Daniel Voiles is going to lead lap 97 of 101. Terry Bull all the way at the back of the field. Tough break for a car that's dominated here tonight. Just a handful of laps left to go here as the 81 of Voiles is going to lead them through the field. Could we see a potential for another bump and run here tonight? 85 there of Tyler McCarroll not wanting to give up without a fight. 81 of Voiles still seeking that race win in his career. Could tonight be the night? Running a solid third is Michael Bird, Alex Pollard, and the number 88 of Kyle Chestnut is lapped down, actually in 19th, my bad. Fifth place belongs to now Montana Holyfield as she gets by Jimmy West for fifth. He's in sixth. Astra Atlas, she's in seventh. Eighth place is Derek Hipcam. Ninth place, Alex Prime. And 10th place, Junior McLaughlin. This battle getting tight for the race lead. The 85 versus the 81. Right there, you have a bunch of 80 cars in the mix here. The 85, 89, and the 81 all in the top four. Funny, if you take the 81 plus 4, you get 85. If you take the 85 plus 4, you get 89. That is the running order they are in. 81, 85, and 89. 4, 4, and 4. Right there in the mix. Daniel Voiles, though, all he's got to do is defend for his life here to maintain a race win. Next time by, they will see the white flag here tonight. See the white flag waving this time. White flag waving in there. One more lap to go for the number 81 of Daniel Voiles. Looking for that first race win here in the ARCA series. He is not yet finished in the top 10 this season, but tonight that all changes. He gets his first top 10. He gets his first top 5. But on top of all of that, Daniel Voiles here in the number 81 GTO, rip-roaring his way around for the last time here tonight, will earn his first ever race win in history of the Sigma Racing Series here tonight in the ARCA Alpha Division. There is your winner, Daniel Voiles in the 81 GTO, getting the job done here tonight. The A&W KFC GTO up front won this thing with strategy. Earned it fair and square. Good night of racing here at Baskerville. 21 cars put on a decent show no matter what. And most all of them still ended up finishing the race here tonight. So, kick butt from the 81 of Daniel Voiles, getting the job done here tonight, followed by second place Tyler McCarroll, third place Michael Bird, fourth place Alex Pollard, and fifth place Montana Holyfield. Then it is Jimmy West, Derek Hipcam, Astra Atlas, Josh Milton, and Junior McLaughlin all with the top 10. followed by Marcus Shields Kelly, a big what-if scenario here tonight. Alex Prime, Terry Bull, Elijah Lemon, and Timothy Buchanan top 15. Behind that, have Timothy Ruiz in 17th, Wyatt Vega in 16th. 18th place belonged to Dale Bush after a few laps led today, and Lenora Hathaway at the tail end of the field. Yeah, not only was it his first ever career top 10, not only was it his first ever career top 5, it was also his first ever career win here in the Sigma ARCA Alpha Division tonight. Daniel Voiles is victorious in the 81 car. Good night of racing, kind of a all over the board strategy call night. It's hard to tell who had the winning strategy, but pit stops definitely made or break the race here tonight. And Daniel Voiles had the winning strategy to earn his first ever win. Race number 19 of 27 in the books here for the Sigma ARCA Alpha Division. That means, like I said, 7 races left in the regular season. Basically the rest of the season, then the one bonus race at the end of the year. Race 19, Baskerville. Cool thing, cool deal.
Did you have any ignition problems?
Well, congratulations to Daniel Voiles for getting the win here tonight. Good to see that he was in the broadcast to catch the end of that race. So, big win, big celebration, I'm sure, to be had here tonight with the team and the 81 Pontiac there of Daniel Voiles. This ARCA season has been a great one, and it's coming to a close here in next month. So, thanks again, everyone. Hopefully enjoyed the broadcast. Hopefully can catch you this week on Bridge to Cup and Cup action later on Tuesday and Thursday night. And otherwise, have a great week. Stay safe out there. And until next time, this is Jakester signing out.